I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Max Krupyshev, CEO of Coinspaid. Max, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Hi, Ashton. Pleasure meeting you, and thank you very much for having me here.
You're very welcome. Let's dive into the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency payments. More and more, there are more businesses starting to accept Bitcoin and use it in their B2B services, which I think is a really good thing, and sort of unifying the world. And I want to jump into Coinspaid because I know you have a lot of different services to help people in all different types of business. So to start off our conversation, I would love for you to give a high-level overview of Coinspaid, the solutions that you're bringing to the blockchain space, and then we can dive into those details.
So basically Coinspaid is a group of brands already, right? It's a fancy word, a platform. So our flagship is cryptoprocessing.com, which is right now the biggest crypto processing in the world. The smaller brands and sort of the newer brands is the wallet, so the product for retail clients who can buy, sell their cryptocurrency or just hold and trade inside of the wallet. This wallet is still in the beta. We just released mobile applications in the end of the previous year, and sort of building up the product, fixing some bugs, and still a lot of ongoing work, sort of pre-official launch. We have the media product, which is a news portal and academy, so like a school for crypto. And this media basically has news, articles, some advice for and recommendations for businesses, and some analytics for traders. So sort of to collect a lot of the useful information in one place. Also events, for example. Because of having a wallet and sort of a processing solution, of course, we have an exchange which is built in the wallet and in crypto processing solution, which is B2B, and OTC desk, which is pretty much by now automated, but still some bigger clients sometimes want to have this, a personal approach from the trader to receive a quote and sort of do it in the more human way rather than just clicking the buttons. A lot of the ideas how to expand and so on, and because this ecosystem sort of has different types of clients, then the community is building up, then the employees, of course, are built up all around the world. Right now we have people in 15 countries, right? I'm not even saying about the number of the cities. So we launched a token, which is sort of a loyalty asset and an instrument to combine all the stakeholders, right? So the community, the clients, the partners, introducers, and employees. So you can say this is also a product.
Incredible. Yeah, great suite of products. 15 countries is a great start as well. I'm excited to when we have every country in the world all using crypto processing. And I know that you've been in crypto for more than a few years now. Maybe you can talk about that journey and how you've seen B2B crypto processing evolve from where it was to where it is now.
So just to comment to your comment, it's 15 of the countries where employees are. Of course, where clients are, I cannot even say, right? This is probably some big amount we didn't even calculate it. So I'm in crypto since 2013, and so I was working in the mining, in trading, in building wallets, and so on since 2015, mostly in payments. Right, so it was always kind of my idea that in order to bring adoption, right, you need to help more classical businesses to work with cryptocurrency. And of course, majority of online businesses, how they can use cryptocurrency as a payment method, right? So this is the sort of the best way to bring cryptocurrency to like in the everyday life of a person. So how it evolved, right? So of course, in 2013 to 15, there were pretty much three cryptocurrencies, right? It was Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Doge. So it is also very old. Many people heard about this just recently, right? It was pretty much dead since the inception, right? Nobody was speaking about those probably from 2014 to 2021, I guess. So yeah, before that, of course, majority of the payments and everybody were asking not if you accept cryptocurrency, was do you accept Bitcoin, right? Because nobody even had in their mind to pay with something else. Mm-hmm. But then, of course, with the appearance of Ethereum, which was also a very expected launch, right, in 2016, it had some ups and downs. I don't know if you remember, there was some big hacks, was a lot of scandals, and all this sort of the coaster that was happening there. So right now, what we see in our business, we still see that customers still try to stick with Bitcoin, and we see that a lot of their clients who pay them for services and goods and whatever, still approximately half of the payments is in Bitcoin, right? We cannot really argue that Bitcoin probably not the best tool for the payments because of the technology limitations, or rather just a code limitation that you cannot just easily update because of the consensus, right? That Satoshi Nakamoto sort of invented and the world supported, and of course consensus is impossible, right? We all understand that the consensus is the thing that mostly works only on paper, but in reality it doesn't really.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, great points there, and yeah, there's a huge change that's happened with thousands of currencies, and I'm guessing people they're still. I feel like a lot of people are still using Bitcoin to make B2B processing, but I feel like there's other better solutions potentially, like stable coins or maybe up and coming layer 1 protocols that have solved this scalability and the transaction fee. So you're not having to pay $5, $10, or even $100 with Ethereum sometimes for a small transaction. Like, how does that work on crypto processing?
So I see that sort of the crypto payments and in general crypto assets era. So it's not so the industry is evolving in the eras, right? Mm-hmm. So we had Bitcoin, then we had the forks of Bitcoin, mm-hmm. right? Then we had platformers, right? And Ethereum was the first platformer, which allows you to create tokens and contracts. Mm-hmm. Right now, we're sort of living in the world where there are blockchains and assets. And they are not the same, right? So they are completely different animals. Before that, it was like blockchain of Bitcoin equals Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin and blockchain were synonyms, right? You can say either Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or blockchain, and the people will think about the same thing. Yeah. And right now, we are living in the era where there's all layer 1 protocols, which support a lot of the different assets on them, and basically there are already, I think, over 100 of them, and 20 of them are the popular ones, and only few that everybody knows, like as Ethereum, as Solana, as Binance Smart Chain. But there are many. There are really like a lot of them. So what we see right now, that of course in the payments space, this adoption happens much slower for many reasons, right? So kind of like what merchants are using today, this is what the people on the forefront were using a year or two ago, right? So they still kind of like stick to cryptocurrencies. Of course, the tokens are also used. Speaking about the tokens, as you mentioned, for example, USDT on Tron right now seems to be the most useful for the payments because it's quick, cheap, right, and stable in the price. Speaking about this new platformers, we are kind of like living in the world where somebody says, "Send me Bitcoin," and this is not enough to send Bitcoin. You need to clarify on which blockchain you want to get Bitcoin, right? And there are plenty of options how to send Bitcoin now. So right now, cryptocurrencies, they live on the different blockchains, and kind of like to see how exactly it evolves. I mean, it's hard to say completely because the businesses, they adopt these technologies with the delay. One of these delays is we as the provider, right? Because then we have to integrate it to do the Q&A. So the QA to check the bugs and so on, and then we have it production ready, and then client needs few months to integrate it. Right, and it all happens pretty much within a year, right? So the year of delay just should be there. Yeah, so it evolves in the way that that when person want to make a deposit, they will not only be selecting which cryptocurrency to use, but also which blockchain. So they have to select, I want to pay with Bitcoin, I want to pay with Bitcoin on Ethereum blockchain. And then he has the address to make a payment.
Yeah, great point. Yeah, it definitely adds an extra step as well, especially for people that are familiar with Bitcoin from hearing about it, and then they have to go through a little bit of an education lesson on the fact that Bitcoin can potentially be on different blockchains.
I lost you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Max? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think. Yes, yes, I'm
okay.
here. Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm back.
Okay, let's keep going. Very interesting, Max. Thank you for that little bit of an education lesson, because it rings true that a lot of people that aren't in cryptocurrency yet, or people that have businesses that want to accept cryptocurrency, they think, oh, we can start accepting Bitcoin. But there's more than that, because there's Lightning Network, and Bitcoin can be on Ethereum, and stable coins can be on, Tether can be on Ethereum, and Tron, and Solana, and all of these ones. And it's not super hard to understand, but it's definitely an extra step. And I know that your team is making it easier for businesses to start accepting currencies with the platform. But I also know that you mentioned you've built a holistic approach, because you not only have the crypto processing, but you have the education platform, and you have the wallet, and then you have the governance token that fits it all together and creates a cohesive, holistic platform. I want to know more about the Coinspaid token, and what exactly does it bring in terms of value into the ecosystem, and how does it create a sustainable ecosystem for all the participants in each of the different platforms?
Yeah, so we decided to select a sort of a very similar way that majority of the exchanges did. Right, so which starts with the loyalty program. So, for example, as it were in the Binance from the beginning, right? I think Binance was one of the first to do it, and I really like the example. Right, they launched BNB as sort of a fuel of the whole ecosystem, and it worked well. So we have number of clients, right, who have their economical interests, right? So they have the need for the money to spend on the fees, right? So giving them a loyalty system instead of just giving them discounts with every year as they grow, right? And they always negotiate with you the fees and so on. We decided to create a system, right? So when you grow, you get a discount. But this discount also depends on the amount of the CPD that you have, on your volumes, and also if you opt in to spend CPD on the fees. Right, so this is the step one, to basically give them a way to get a fair discount. So the discount is up to 40%. It can go up to 50 if they also engage with some activities together with our marketing team. Then basically around the token, you always collect the community, right? So the community of supporters of the project, right? Because some people just contact us. We like the solution, we like your products, but we are not businesses, right? How do we work together, right? And basically, if you have a token, they can buy the token, they can join the ambassador program, right? Now they have the incentive to be a part of ambassador program, and so on. The same for the employees, for example, right? So employees who receive a share of the bonus also in the CPD are motivated not only to receive the salary, right, and the bonus in the end of the year, they are also motivated to really help the ecosystem, to help the platform, right, because they already hold a part sort of the fuel inside of the system. And also launching the token is the great event on its own, right? So you engage with a lot of the funds, a lot of entrepreneurs, right, when you do the fundraise and so on. So for us, launching the token was not really a fundraise, right? We sold, I think, for $2.5 million, right? Which is, of course, is treated to be a very small sort of round, right, for the project, because for us, it was not for the money, right? We didn't really spend the money that we collected. We used it for liquidity, for listings on exchanges, and so on. So we are not really developing the software for this money. So the business is healthy, right? The business is bringing quite good revenues, right? Which is enough for all the ideas. So the token is basically the fuel of all the products, right? Every product that we do, they have some discounts, some nice things for the users, and also basically gives us the instrument to engage the community more, right? To engage the communities in the different geolocations as well, to create community, let's say in the Latin America, in the Russian-speaking community, in the Indian-speaking community, and so on. So it is additional instrument for the marketing and additional instrument for the clients, and also something that not many people probably think about. Basically, when you have a token traded on the market, it gives just for the people who are looking on the project completely from the outside to see the dynamics of the business. Right, I must say that our launch was great. Right, it was really amazing. We received a lot of the great words how well it was made. And then after that, we honestly made some mistakes, right, with the positioning of the token, and we didn't seek enough of advice, like on the legal side. So we had some delay. Right, we didn't face any problems, but we had some delays to work on all the risks that are potentially there, right? So we had some delay. That is why we are right now restarting the hard work on the token, the listings. We're setting up the foundation in Zug, basically where the Tezos, Ethereum are, and basically having sort of a hub in Zug for signing all the agreements with exchanges and so on, because you cannot keep a token, in really unregulated space.
Definitely. Great point. Thank you for all that explanation, Max. And I was curious about that as well in terms of what is next and what are the sort of the big milestones for 2022, or at least for the first half of the year, because you have so many different platforms you're all working on simultaneously, and the coin and the ecosystem as well. So is there anything specifically special that you wanted to mention, maybe in terms of upcoming updates and what is new for Coinspaid coming out in the coming months?
I mean, everything is new, right? We are launching the Binance Smart Chain in the system, right, which was very long waited by a lot of the clients. We are adding a lot of the payment methods in the wallet, hopefully until summer this year, right? Last year was completely crazy. I mean, we grew from 60 people to 140 people. We increased the volumes from 170 million euros, which is almost $200,000, right, to 1 billion a month. Wow. So it is X5, right? So the year was extremely hot, right? Of course, it's a lot. You always have to improve the system. You always have to work on security. So some of the changes are really not noticeable, right? How the system became more stable because the load increases and so on. So it's basically improving, listing new coins, adding the features such an affiliate program and so on, launching the wallet, improving the applications. Hopefully we will manage to issue the cards in the wallet, right? So that the person is able to use the wallet with the card. Also the idea is to add to our crypto businesses also the financial business, right? So online bank, right? So the wallet will not only be a crypto wallet, it will be also online bank with the card inside of it. Then right now this year we see the demand from the financial institutions that they want to use crypto. As I mentioned, the SaaS solution, right? So we provide a clone of the crypto processing for the companies who have business, but it's not crypto business, and they just need a quick solution that is able to be set up and delivered within few months, and they can start working. So maybe it doesn't sound like this is something completely new, but these are enormous milestones, right? Like adding a lot of payment methods, listing new blockchains. We have the idea to create a DeFi dashboard. until the end of the year to give our clients of the wallet and of the crypto processing an option to use their funds, which are still expecting settlement, for lending and borrowing platforms, for staking if the currencies allow staking, and so on. So it's kind of like the roadmap is huge. Also hiring sometimes is the challenge, right? We're completely remote, so we hire globally. Right now, you see what is happening in Ukraine, and you probably see the logo with the flag. So of course, hiring in some jurisdiction becomes impossible. The people who are in the places which are under the high risk needs relocation, right? So it's always a lot of operational work working with the risks. Unfortunately, this work sometimes distracts you from just the business growth, because you have to sort of watch out for the potential risks which are there on the market.
Definitely. Thank you for all that, Max. So much that your team is working on. I really appreciate you coming on this show, because it sounds like your team is growing so quickly. Even just 5x growth last year, up to $1 billion volume is impressive and very amazing. So keep up the good work. I appreciate you coming on the show. All the best with the continued growth. I'm looking forward to those updates that you mentioned. For the viewers that are looking to get involved with Coinspaid, or if there's businesses that want to try out the processing, what is the best way for them to learn more about Coinspaid?
The best way is to navigate to the website, the coinspaid.com. Basically, all the products are explained there. We have additional websites where you can find links there. Please follow us on the social networks. And if you want to do some business together, please contact us through the forms on the website or through the social networks. We would be happy to discuss any sort of participation. And Ashton, thank you very much for the time, for your questions. I hope that the audience enjoyed the show.
Likewise. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it. All the best with Coinspaid, and let's follow up in the near future.
Thank you very much.